Should we?
So I have made you, both of you, the co-host. So any of you can, let me just admit her. And we will start within 5 minutes.
All right. Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening.
Ma'am.
Good evening, Ananya and Disha.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
We're really excited to hear from you.
Same here. Same here. So I believe the Q&A will be done by both of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Namaste, ma'am.
Namaste. Namaste.
Hello. It's so good to see you.
Same here.
Finally, we are here for the KARM talk. And so namaste, ma'am. I'm Jyoti, and I'm here working as a program associate at KARM. And today we will be doing Q&A. And I guess there are a few questions post conclave, and we will be taking that forward because we have those questions compiled with us. And for today's, the moderators are here, Ananya and Disha. So they will be moderating the session. So I
Great.
guess we are good to go. I think we can start. Or should we wait for 10 minutes? Because,
Yeah, we'll start at 6 maybe.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. So we can just wait for 10 more minutes and then we can start.
Yes.
Sure.
I'm visible, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So Ananya, what do you do?
Ananya, I guess ma'am has asked something.
I got disconnected in between.
Nothing issue.
Ma'am is asking what do you do?
I'm a second year student at LSR and I'm pursuing psychology.
Great. Wonderful. And what about you, Disha?
Ma'am, I am pursuing a BSc Honors Food Technology, fourth year student at iDreamCareer College.
Great. Awesome.
And ma'am, you know me.
Yeah, we have been in touch with each other, and you've really been supporting, answering to all my queries regarding the event.
Yeah, and I also have one interesting thing to share because we have time, I think. I
Yeah,
can just share it.
yeah, yeah.
So I was also once a fellow at KARM.
Okay.
So I was from the founding batch of KARM, and now I work with the team. So yeah, a full circle moment for me.
It's wonderful, wonderful. Great to know that.
And now at the other side of the table, just taking the conversations forward.
Yeah, great, great. Wonderful. So lovely to see all you lovely girls. So we'll have people joining in also. You're going to uh, make it live on
Yeah,
YouTube.
it's already.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll start sharp at 6.
Yes, yes,
Yeah,
definitely.
people are joining.
Lots of people are greeting you on the live.
Okay. Say my hello to all of them.
Yeah.
I think we are good to go. We are at 6 right now.
Yes, ma'am. So I guess we should start now. Over to our moderators.
So, good evening, everyone. Karam Awaz is back again with a powerful session to align our career choices and potential. Today, we are honored to welcome Miss Manju Panwar, an amazing educator and counselor among us. It is my pleasure, ma'am, to introduce our esteemed speaker today, Miss Manju Panwar, a dedicated career counselor at iDreamCareer. With more than a decade of experience in guiding young learners, you have played a pivotal role in helping students make informed, confident, and meaningful career choices. You bring a strong academic foundation to the work, holding a BSc in microbiology, zoology, and chemistry, a Bachelor of Education, and a postgraduate diploma in hospital administration. This rich academic background, combined with your hands on experience, allows you to offer students clear, practical insights into academic planning, personal development, and career exploration. Your expertise in PCB stream has enabled you to mentor countless learners aspiring toward opportunities in science, technology, engineering, and medicine. Beyond one on one counseling, you have conducted workshops on career planning, decision making, and essential life skills for students from diverse educational backgrounds. What truly sets you apart, ma'am, is your holistic and student centered approach, blending psychometric insights, academic guidance, and empathetic mentorship. With clarity, warmth, and deep commitment to student growth, you have positively impacted lives of more than 2,000 students, helping them navigate rapidly evolving education career landscapes with confidence and purpose. So please join me in welcoming Panwa.
Your voice is slightly cutting off, I think, Disha.
Yeah, I guess some network error. Disha,
Yes.
why don't you switch off your video and then speak?
Not an issue. Thank you so much, Disha, for the beautiful introduction. I feel honored. To cut the long story short, I am an educator and I'm presently working as a career counselor with iDream Career. And iDream Career is one of India's largest guidance career bureau, and we have been working with students, across the country in private schools, in CSR projects, in government schools, in other government projects. We have almost worked throughout the expanse of the country, and the reason why I'm here is because I am passionate about guiding students, making crucial career decisions in their educational journey. And it gives me immense joy to be part of this process. Thank you. Thank you so much for, making me a part of this.
It was amazing, ma'am. Now that we are familiar with Manju, ma'am, I'll take a moment to introduce KARM and its mission. So, KARM is essentially a transformative institution that is committed to empowering young Indian women, as a lot of us are already familiar with that idea. It focuses on building essential skills, boosting confidence, and providing meaningful mentoring to help women achieve their professional goals and financial independence. Now, extending this mission is Karm Awas, which is a movement led by Karm fellows themselves under the same umbrella. Awas helps young women, which we call Sakhis, discover their voice, embrace their strengths, and move confidently towards independence. Through engaging sessions, peer learning, and a supportive community, Awas equips young women with knowledge, skills, and the courage to step into bigger roles in their lives. Together, both Karm and Karm Awas represent a collective vision, which is a sisterhood of young women building each other up. And now I'll be talking about some of the participant guidelines for this session. So, participants who have joined us through YouTube, are requested to engage through the live chat and put their questions there. In case the live session faces any technical issues, a Zoom link will be shared with the facilitators and it will open on a first come, first serve basis, limited to 100 participants. The recording and relevant session materials will later be uploaded on the linking channel for wider access. All questions shared in the live chat will be compiled and addressed by the facilitator at the end of the session. So now handing over to Disha, who will be starting with the questions for Manju ma'am.
Thank you, Ananya. So, ma'am, if you permit, I would like to ask the first question.
Yes, please.
Okay, so the first question that we are concerned with, like, how can students choose the right career path when they feel confused or uncertain?
Um, I think Disha, confusion is very, very normal. Okay.
Yeah,
The fact that you're confused, at least you have started thinking. Okay. And uh, with the right kind of guidance, and of course with the right kind of steps, you will definitely move from confusion to clarity. Now here I would like to bring out a very important point, that it's a very, very common misconception that career planning is a very, very quick decision. Actually, the reality is otherwise. Whenever career decisions are made quickly, they're always under some pressure. I think you both will agree with me here. So it could be the pressure of maybe parental pressure, maybe peer pressure, or maybe, the fear of missing out. So whenever we are in haste, obviously we will choose wrong paths and we will go in a wrong direction. So career planning is not a one-time decision. It's not a one-time process. It's a full process which has various steps. So just to help the students here, people who have joined, I would like to elaborate on the various steps. What I, as a career counselor, usually tell children that how to go about, planning, how to identify the right path. So the first step is understanding yourself. The second step is then exploring what's there in the world of work, and then making a right fit. After you have made the right fit, then you basically formulate your goals. Now, goals could be maybe short-term goals or maybe long-term goals, and then make a plan of action. Now, coming down to the first step, exploring yourselves. How do we do that? While exploring yourself, you see where your aptitude is. Aptitude means your inherent, strengths. What are the areas where you're naturally good at? Then see your interests. What are the areas which excite you, where you enjoy, and what is your personality? Personality means what is the kind of a work environment you would like to work in? What is your working style? So you have to identify these things. Now, of course, I have told you that you have to identify, but it's not as simple. You have to do introspection here continuously from your end. You have to maybe speak to your mentors, speak to your teachers, speak to your friends, and then, and maybe, there are psychometric assessments also available, which is a scientific way of knowing yourself. Okay. So first you know yourself and then explore the options. That what are the options? Now, how you can do that? These days, technology is there. You can go, you can watch career videos, you can talk to professionals, you can attend seminars, webinars, you can attend the right workshops, and also try to make a connection with the subjects to the world of work. That's also very important. Sometimes, you're good in a particular subject that might give you a direction. So that's about exploring that what is available in the world. And then after doing so, these steps also don't finish so early. Give time to it and then make a right fit and then formulate your goals. Now, as you asked me that how to, plan. So while you are planning, a very important tool which students can use is, uh, I don't know, you must have heard about SWOT analysis, big organizations, small organizations, everyone does that. So a SWOT analysis can be done for your career planning also. What you can do is you identify your strengths, your weaknesses, opportunities, threats. Now, for example, now, suppose your goal is, maybe you could take any career, maybe you want to go into architecture. So what are the strengths? Maybe you need to be good with numbers. You need to have, not a whiz kit, but then a basic, aptitude should be there. You need to be good with your drawing. Then what could be a weakness? That you are not someone who likes, standing up long hours outside. So that could be a weakness which you could, deal with it, or, maybe that is not the right career for you. Then opportunities, maybe you know someone who can help you. And threats also. What could be the threats? That, your parents are not agreeing. Maybe not enough good colleges are there, maybe a very tough competitive exam. So you need to do a SWOT analysis. This will guide you in your planning. So in the end, I would just say that, take your career planning as if, you're climbing the steps. Climb one step, you will gain a perspective. You don't need to see the entire staircase to climb. To start climbing, do we see the entire staircase? We don't. No, we just take one step at a time. So you will identify definitely with, if you take your career planning like this. So that's my take.
Thank you so much, ma'am. I never thought of SWOT analysis in career planning, so it was very new and informative.
So
I
you
would
have to
definitely try
continuously
it.
do a SWOT analysis, I think.
Mm.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. So the second question is just the extension of this question.
Mhm.
How can educators or mentors help students to identify their interest areas when they are unsure or lacking clarity?
Okay. So here I would like to say that, see, interest will not come to the mind of the student sitting in a room and just thinking. Student will know their interests when their educators, teachers, or their mentors, they provide them exposure. They provide them uh, a space where, they ask them reflective questions, and they provide them a space where they can think without any fear. Now, here, the first thing is, educators, they need to start a conversation. And when they start a conversation, so that the child feels comfortable, a safe space has to be created. Okay. So in that safe space, at least students will open up. And how to create that safe space now? It is basically dependent on the type of questions which you're asking. No? Uh, for just to give you an example, we often ask students that, what do you want to become? So rather than asking this, that what you want to become, a better question would be that, what are the things you're curious about it? So what is the difference? The first question kind of, career labels you, but the second question eases off the pressure, and it opens up a door for a wider conversation. Many times students have discovered their paths just because, a mentor or a teacher have just encouraged them to explore a small curiosity. Once they explored their curiosity, they got that direction. Another thing what educators can do is, students often, they're not aware about strengths also. They don't even know their own strengths. So what educators can do is, basically, they should be observant in their classrooms, and maybe they connect जो भी बच्चों की जो strengths है उनको translate करें careers में. No, while a teacher is in a class, maybe some child is, for example, very good with explaining concepts. So that's translated into communication skills. Now translated into careers. What could be the careers? maybe that person could go into advertising, maybe that could go person could go into, you know, personal relations. So these are the fields where communication skills are valued. You know, some student who's very good with, you know, organizing, event management, so that is translated into project management, very important skill in businesses, in operations. A very small thing like, you know, some child is किसी कोई बच्चा है जो बहुत अच्छी पजल सॉल्व करता है, you know, that's analytical skills. So basically educators need to be very, very observant when they are in their classrooms. This will definitely help students to identify their strengths, their interest. Another thing what educators can do is, it's a very important thing, is they connect their lessons to real life. When subjects, when they are showing up in real life, that's where the interests become more clearer. अब कोई भी बच्चा है केमिस्ट्री में बहुत अच्छा है पढ़ने में, तो as an educator, try to link that subject with some careers. Maybe it could be skincare, it could be um, it could be food industry, it could be the pharmaceutical industry. So like this, make connections in the curriculum to the careers. That's a very, very important point which, you know, educators need to be, you know, very, very sure that they are doing this activity, unless otherwise that gap is there, you know, between the learning in the school and how you apply that learning in the outside world. And another thing is that the educators need to give the right kind of exposure. As I told, you know, in the starting only, that interests do not grow in our heads. They grow when we are in action. So teachers need to give projects, teachers need to, you know, expose children to competitions, maybe, you know, real time talking to professionals. So these are the kind of the activities which actually, you know, help children identify their interest. And last but not the least, whenever children are confused, be a, you know, be a support to them. Just guide them, because confusion से ही क्या होता है कि आपको unclarity आती है. तो ऐसे टाइम पे you need to be with the children, guide them, but allow them to make their own decisions.
Thank you so much for such a detailed response. Uh, Something that I heard recently is that mentoring requires more effort from the students, mentees end than the mentors end, because you have to be very active with the mentor, right? So
Yes.
one question that also we were planning to ask and came up on the chat also is, what steps can a first year or early stage student take to build skills that improve their internship or placement chances?
First year students. Okay. So my take on this would be that first year is not, I mean, this is my advice to the early stage students and first year students, that first year is not the time to chase, you know, internships or placement. It's a time when you build a person who will get placed. So a very important thing is, in first year, you should focus on your foundational skill, the foundational course. आप कोई भी कोर्स कर रहे हो, आप कोडिंग कर, you know, आप कंप्यूटर्स कर रहे हो, आप डिजाइन कर रहे हो, आप कॉमर्स के कोर्सेज कर रहे हो, तो आपके जो बेसिक जो कोर आपका है, that should be very, very strong, rather than looking for, you know, some big certifications. You should focus on the foundational skills, because अगर आपने first year में अगर आपने foundational skills को strong किया, so it is going to carry you forward throughout your college journey. I'm sure both of you will agree with this. If your foundation is not strong, it's like building a house, you know. पहले आप अपनी फाउंडेशन मजबूत करते हो, फिर रूम्स बनाते हो, फिर उसको डेकोरेट करते हो. सो फर्स्ट थिंग इज दैट यू शुड फोकस ऑन योर फाउंडेशनल स्किल्स, बिकॉज of course, employers are looking for, not for fancy certification programs or something, but core foundational skills are important. Then another thing is that in the first year, it's a great time to join some clubs or societies, because many students feel कि इट्स अ वेस्ट ऑफ टाइम, क्या ज्वाइन करना है, कोई ज़रूरत नहीं है क्लब्स एंड सोसाइटीज़ ज्वाइन करने की, है ना? बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स में ये फीलिंग आती है। बट आई थिंक इट्स अ फर्स्ट ईयर इज़ अ ग्रेट टाइम टू स्टार्ट, बिकॉज़ जॉइनिंग दीज क्लब्स एंड सोसाइटीज़, ये क्या हैं? ये आपके साइलेंट सीवी बिल्डर्स हैं, है ना? सो बिकॉज़ योर एम्प्लॉयर्स will come to know that this person has been collaborative, has been active in college, when you are part of this. And of course you will get that confidence when you're appearing for your interviews. You will have a lot of stories to share, isn't it? And जो कि आप सिर्फ अगर कॉलेज में सिर्फ पढ़ रहे हो तो आपके पास में जो है, जो आपका एक पर्सनालिटी टेस्ट होता है जब आप इंटरव्यू दे रहे होते हो, आपके पास कोई स्टोरीज नहीं है शेयर करने के लिए. बट इफ यू आर पार्ट ऑफ सम एक्टिविटीज, डेफिनेटली you have. And of course these they, as I said, they are not a waste of time. They will build a lot of skills. They will, problem solving, team management, creativity. So these are the skills which you are learning slowly, without even knowing. So you have to join clubs and societies. Another thing is that you need to join some low pressure, small, volunteering work or maybe internships. So this will give you, again, exposure to the real world. It will teach you the work etiquettes, how organizations work. Maybe you could join your professor, assist them in their research. Maybe a startup or maybe some NGO without without getting paid. Volunteer work will also help you. So that's very important for real world exposure. In the first grade is the best time to start little bit. And then of course you have to build your digital print also, create a LinkedIn profile, post your assignments, whatever you are doing, connect with your your alumni, with teachers, with friends. कितनी बार ऐसा होता है कि आई मेट वन स्टूडेंट, उसने अपना एक सिर्फ असाइनमेंट अपना, डिजाइन का स्टूडेंट था, सिर्फ एक असाइनमेंट अपना जो है अपने लिंक्डइन पे शेयर किया. एंड ही बेसिकली गॉट अ ऑफर फ्रॉम अ लोकल कैफे फॉर एज अ फ्रीलांसर, कि उनका ग्राफिक डिजाइन का उनका मे बी कुछ करने के लिए. सो इससे भी आपको अपॉर्चुनिटीज मिलती है. So these are the things which a first year student should concentrate on to get, good placements and good opportunities later on in life. So it's basically just build your foundation strong, join something, do something, and then show it to the world.
As someone who has done this volunteering kind of thing and been judged for it, this feels like a sigh of relief.
Yeah.
The next the next few questions are very specific to a particular field.
Okay.
So the first one is, what is the scope of computer science honors, and what essential skills should students build to succeed in this field?
Okay. So, Ananya, as you said, that these are very, very specific questions, and computer science honors is a very, very, technical course. You know? So, the first part was, I think you asked me the scope. So, with scope of computer science honors and what are the skills. So, with my little bit of knowledge about the field, of course, I will not be able to provide any, data or statistics to explain the scope. But yes, as per the industry trends, we are seeing that tech hiring is increasing. The global AI industry is expanding. Then, we can see that cloud computing roles are increasing. Then cybersecurity roles are increasing. So definitely there is a scope for computer science, and it is massive. And the computer science honors graduates can work in various careers. The careers could be, maybe as a data scientist, as a software developer, as a web developer. They can also work in design, also game design, UI, UX design, uh, data sciences. So cloud computing, cyber security, the fields are vast. So again, it will depend upon your skill set. Because see, tech hiring is increasing in non-tech companies also. But what's happening is companies don't see degrees, especially in computer science. They see more of, skills. Now, what are the kind of skills which we need to develop as a computer science honors graduate, of course, students when they are studying their course, they know it better. Technical skills, of course, definitely it is required. Maybe it could be um, your programming languages need to be strong. You need to understand data structures, algorithm, AI, ML basics. I am also not so much aware about the technical skills, but yes, the technical skills are definitely important for students. Or I mean, a student who is studying in a computer science course would know better. But at the same time, in this field specifically, the real world skills are also very important. So I would advise children to make a portfolio on GitHub. Maybe you participate in codeathons, hackathons. Uh, then you should contribute to the open source also, and so all these things will get you better opportunities. In fact, I have gone through LinkedIn reports where tech hiring is less on CGPA, but more on the kind of projects what you have built. So that's very important. Practical skills development is very, very important in computer science field.
Thank you, ma'am, for this answer. The next question is, I guess, more specific. And can a student pursue a master's in psychology without having an honors degree in psychology?
Can you just repeat the question again without having a?
Yes, without having a honors degree in psychology.
Okay. So this question is basically whether a student who's not done a honors course, can that student pursue masters? Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
definitely, that's possible. So
Mm.
here, according to the earlier, the graduation used to be 3 years, but now, as per the new education policy, we have a 4 years of graduation also and 3 years of graduation also. Okay, so there are basically after 3 years you can exit. Okay, but when you pursue MA now, if you have done a 4 years degree in psychology, your MA will be 1 year. Okay, and if you have done a 3 years, maybe a MA of 2 years, and psychology graduates can, after their masters, they can also do diploma in psychology. They can do PsyD, and there's a newly introduced course which is BSc in psychology, which is 4 years. So many students, but this is specifically for biology students. And according to the RCI guidelines, I mean, this is added information, I'm giving to the students. So according to the RCI guidelines, which is the Rehabilitation Council of India, you can practice as a counseling psychologist after you have done a, um, a BSc in psychology. Okay, but not as a clinical psychologist. So in order to be a clinical psychologist, you need to do your psychology graduation, then post-graduation, and then you have to do it from a RCI registered institute. You can go in for a PsyD or a postgraduate diploma in psychology. So
Thank you, ma'am, for this
anything
answer.
else you would like me to add here? I mean, this question was, I think, very specific, just
Yes,
pertaining to pursuing the course ahead. Yeah.
yes, ma'am. So the next question is, how can someone build a strong career in social work?
How can somebody, whenever we think of social work, what comes to our mind first? Okay, can Disha tell me?
I guess NGOs,
NGOs.
uh,
So normally
community works.
community
Mm.
work. So it will generally, we will think a large-hearted person, helping others. But yes, of course, compassion is important when we are in social work. But to have a strong and sustainable career in social work, we need much more than just good intentions. Like any other field, like जैसे लॉ है, मेडिसिन है, सोशल वर्क भी अपने आप में पूरा एक प्रोफेशनल करियर है ना? तो जैसे आप लॉ के लिए, जैसे आप मेडिसिन के लिए, या किसी भी चीज़ के लिए, किसी भी प्रोफेशनल करियर्स के लिए आप प्रॉपर डिग्रीज करते हो टू टीच यू द the right skill set. तो उसके लिए आपको जो है, अगर आप सोशल वर्क डोमेन में जाना चाहते हो, सो यू नीड टू मे बी यू कैन डू अ ग्रेजुएशन इन बैचलर्स ऑफ सोशल वर्क, or then followed by a master's of social work. And students from psychology can also go, students from sociology can also specialize. You can do a graduation in psychology, a graduation in sociology, and then maybe you can go into, masters of social work. And then some very good institutes for these courses are like Tata Institute of Social Sciences, then Madras School of Social Work. So these are good schools, good colleges offering these programs. There are other ways also. Maybe you can do a diploma in a specialized field, like maybe a counseling, maybe public health, gender studies. So like this, there are specific diplomas also which you can do. And social work में क्या है कि you have to be uh, you have to be present where the problems actually are, you know. And social work is a very very vast field, you know. There are so many issues, kitni sari problems hain. So you need to spend some time where the real problems are. It could be a NGO, it could be a old age home, it could be a school. So, and then you need to see that, where your heart is, and then figure out that, you need to develop expertise in that area, है ना. तो आपको जो आपने बैचलर्स ऑफ सोशल वर्क किया, मास्टर्स ऑफ सोशल वर्क किया, है ना, आपको राइट किस तरह की स्किल्स मिली वहाँ पे आपको, रिपोर्टिंग स्किल्स, आपको हाउ यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड द गवर्नमेंट पॉलिसीज, you have to then ethical ways of handling the cases. So these are the things which you learn in these courses. और उसके बाद में जो है आप अपना स्पेसिफिक एरिया ऑफ इंटरेस्ट फिगर आउट करो, और फिर उसके बाद में जो है अपनी एक्सपर्टीज जो है आप उस एरिया में डेवलप करो. तो ये तो जो है स्किल्स से रिलेटेड बात हो गई कि किस तरह के स्किल्स आपको ये प्रोग्राम्स सिखाएंगे, है ना. बट इसके अलावा जब भी हम मतलब साइकोलॉजी, सोशल वर्क, इन सब करियर्स के बारे में बात करते हैं, मैं जनरली स्टूडेंट्स को भी बोलती हूँ कि देर आर अनदर फ्यू स्किल सेट विच यू नीड टू हैव, है ना. सो इन सोशल वर्क आई थिंक कम्युनिकेशन, डॉक्यूमेंटेशन एंड एडवोकेसी, ये भी बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है ना. बिकॉज क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है? बिकॉज सोशल वर्क इज नॉट जस्ट अबाउट फील्ड विजिट्स. ऐसा नहीं कि हम फील्ड में गए और हमने काम किया. सोशल वर्क में आपको जो है समटाइम्स यू हैव टू create reports, you have to advocate for rights, you have to present your cases to the right authorities. तो अगर आप में ये स्किल्स होंगी, कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स आपकी अच्छी हैं, रिपोर्टिंग स्किल्स अच्छी हैं, तो आप ज़्यादा जो है इसमें सक्सेसफुल हो सकते हैं. सो आपको अपनी कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स में 100% जो है एक इम्प्रूवमेंट लाना है अगर आपको सक्सेसफुल होना है सोशल वर्क की फील्ड में. Another thing which I tell my students, very important again, is that you need to have the right mindset, because social work एक ऐसी field है, it is a rewarding career, but at the same time I feel it is mentally also it is draining ना. You are constantly आप देख रहे हो लोगों को पेन में, देख रहे हो डिजीज हैं, तो कई बार ऐसा होता है कि you should be able to cope up with all this. You should, when you are helping them, your own mental peace should not get disturbed. So that is a very very important part of your personality which you need to see, that what kind of a person you are, how you can of course जब आप जब आप स्किल्स डेवलप कर रहे हो, जब आपने ये प्रोग्राम्स करे, है ना, तो आप ये सब चीजें सीखते हो. बट कई बार हम कुछ लोगों की पर्सनालिटी जो होती है वो थोड़ा सा, उनका इमोशनल ओरिएंटेशन जो होता है वो इतना स्ट्रांग नहीं होता है ना. सो यू नीड टू आइडेंटिफाई दैट you need to be emotionally strong so that you are able to keep your own mental balance. So that's very important in social work.
this was especially very helpful to me also because I was talking to my best friend and I said I want to build a career in social work and he was like जब तुम ऐसा बोलती हो लगता है कि तुम्हें खाना वाना बांटने जाना है इसके लिए कौन पैसे देगा
Yes.
so
So that's very important कि
yeah
figure out करना. Then ऐसा नहीं है कि सोशल वर्क में पैसा कुछ नहीं है ना? पैसा भी मिलता है, बट विद इस ये स्किल्स और ये माइंडसेट से आप काम करोगे, देन ओनली द मनी विल कम, है ना? देर आर सो मेनी अपॉर्चुनिटीज इन सोशल वर्क ऑल्सो. देर आर, यू कैन वर्क विद HR, यू कैन वर्क विद द CSR डिपार्टमेंट्स ऑफ द corporates. So you can work with NGO management, and you can work with world organizations. So there are many avenues. ये बहुत ही एक बहुत बड़ा मिथ है कि सोशल वर्क में कोई स्कोप नहीं है या ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. एक और चीज जो अभी अनन्या आपने बताया मेरे दिमाग में जब मैं बात कर रही थी, आपको जब आप इस तरह की डिग्रीज करते हो ना, तो आपको एक और चीज इंपॉर्टेंट देखनी है कि ट्राई टू डू इट फ्रॉम अ प्लेस वेयर यू अंडरस्टैंड द लैंग्वेज. बिकॉज अगेन मेरे दिमाग में मैं जब बात कर रही थी तो वन ऑफ माई स्टूडेंट केम टू माई माइंड दैट शी वेंट टू शी इज फ्रॉम नॉर्थ इंडिया एंड वो साउथ में चली गई पढ़ने के लिए. तो वहाँ पे अब सोशल वर्क में आपका जो फील्ड वर्क होता है, जो आपका प्रैक्टिकल वर्क है, दैट इज you are meeting people at the grassroots level. So जिस एरिया के लोग होंगे वो वहीं की लैंग्वेज बोलेंगे obviously. And if you don't understand that language, then how do you go about it? So in certain courses, it's important that, when you're choosing a college or when you're choosing a course, to keep, these aspects in mind. हम नहीं सोचते, हम सोचते कि हाँ ठीक है, बहुत अच्छा कॉलेज है, एक्सपोजर मिलेगा. But this is very important point for few specific courses which you need to keep in your mind when you are making a choice for your colleges.
makes sense. Thank you so much. And this is the last such specific kind of question. Then we'll go on to more general questions. So this one is, what does it take to excel in the finance sector today?
What does it take to excel in the finance sector? Of course. So, फाइनेंस इंडस्ट्री बहुत चेंज हो रही है ना? हम सब देख रहे हैं कि द वे इट हैज चेंज इन द रीसेंट टाइम्स, इट्स ट्रेमेंडस, है ना? देयर आर फिनटेक एप्स, देयर इज डिजिटल एप्स हैं आपके पास फाइनेंस में, आपके पेमेंट्स के लिए. Then you see that AI has been integrated into finance, and then people are operating in global markets. सो किसी भी यंग प्रोफेशनल को बेसिकली मुझे लगता है कि अगर फाइनेंस में एक्सेल करना है, तो आई एम नॉट फ्रॉम द बैकग्राउंड ऑफ फाइनेंस, बट एडवाइजिंग माय स्टूडेंट्स व्हेन आई generally deal with students of commerce background who are looking at careers in finance, what I guide them is basically आपको 3 चीजों पे concentrate करना है. First is your core skills, basics, very very important. Then मॉडर्न स्किल्स क्या चाहिए, और आपके जो पर्सनल आपका जो माइंडसेट है वो क्या इंपॉर्टेंट होना चाहिए. तो अगर हम फर्स्ट जो स्किल की बात करें, जो बेसिक स्किल्स हैं, है ना, चाहे अगर मैं कहूँ तो ठीक है, फाइनेंस में बहुत कुछ आ गया है, AI आ गया है, ये हो गया है, वो हो गया है, बट कितने भी सॉफ्टवेयर्स बन जाएं, लेकिन हमारी बैलेंस शीट्स तो सेम ही रहती है ना? तो हमें जो है अपने बेसिक्स को जो है बहुत स्ट्रांग रखना है ना? अब इन बेसिक्स को स्ट्रांग करने के लिए हम क्या कर सकते हैं कि आपको सबसे पहले अपनी, इफ यू आर मेकिंग अ डिसीजन, लाइक जो ऑलरेडी निकल गए हैं उनके लिए आगे मैं बताऊंगी, बट अगर आप सोच रहे हो कि आप फाइनेंस की फील्ड में जाना चाहते हो, तो यू शुड बी समवन हु इज very very comfortable with numbers, and you are able to tell stories with numbers, है ना? So I'll explain it. Basically you have a very good, in terms of aptitude, you have a very good numerical aptitude, है ना? You should be very very comfortable with numbers, because finance you have to deal with numbers. And then टेलिंग स्टोरी पार्ट, यू नीड टू हैव गुड कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स ऑल्सो, है ना? तो लोगों को समझाना कि व्हाट दोस नंबर्स एक्चुअली मीन, है ना? अ पर्सन लाइक यू एंड मी हु आर नॉट फ्रॉम फाइनेंस बैकग्राउंड वुड नॉट अंडरस्टैंड कि किस तरह से हम इन नंबर्स को जो है ट्रांसलेट करें। सो ये उस पर्सन की कम्युनिकेशन स्किल है कि किस तरीके से जो है वो फाइनेंशियल स्कीम्स को जो अपने क्लाइंट्स हैं उनको समझा सकते हैं। सो दैट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। नाउ how to develop the basics. Of course you need, again, like I said, in social work, a strong background in finance with courses in finance is what is the requirement. आप किस तरह के कोर्सेज कर सकते हो? आप अगर 12th के बाद अगर आप देख रहे हो तो मे बी अ bachelor's of business administration but with a specialization in finance, or a plain simple BCom with accounting and finance, or Delhi University has a course which is BFIA, Bachelor of Financial Investment and Analysis. And then you can, you can do, अगर आपने ग्रेजुएशन लेवल पे सिर्फ बीकॉम किया है तो आप MBA इन फाइनेंस कर सकते हो। ये तो कोर्सेज हो गए। इसके अलावा बहुत सारे जैसे सर्टिफिकेशंस होते हैं विच अलोंग विद योर ग्रेजुएशन स्टूडेंट्स कैन परस्यू। सीए सबको पता है ना? सीए तो जो भी कॉमर्स के स्टूडेंट्स हैं सब सीए की तैयारी करते हैं, है ना? तो साथ साथ में आप जो है बीकॉम के साथ में सीए कर सकते हैं। देन CFA कर सकते हैं। CFA is from Chartered Financial Analyst. Then you can do a CFP. CFP is Chartered Financial Planner. ठीक है? FRM कर सकते हैं। देन ACCA कर सकते हैं। सो ये डिफरेंट सर्टिफिकेशन, ये कोई कोर्सेज नहीं है, ये सर्टिफिकेशन प्रोग्राम्स हैं। देर आर देर इज सम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन with which you have to register. You clear the exams and then you become fellow of that this thing. तो ये important है इस तरह के कोर्सेज जो है परस्यू करना। अगर आप बीकॉम कर रहे हैं तो आप प्लेटफॉर्म्स हैं ऐसे जैसे NISM है, वहां पे जाके आप जो है कैपेसिटी एनहांसमेंट के लिए जो है बीकॉम के साथ साथ आप जो है कोर्सेज कर सकते हैं। ठीक है? तो इन सब कोर्सेज से क्या होगा, आपको एक स्ट्रॉन्ग फाउंडेशन मिलेगी ऑफ द बेसिक्स कोर ऑफ फाइनेंस, है ना? तो ये हमारा फर्स्ट पार्ट जो है कि हम अपने बेसिक्स को कैसे स्ट्रॉन्ग करें, वी आर क्लियर विद दैट। देन अनदर थिंग जो मैंने आपको सेकेंड चीज बताया था कि AI की वजह से ऑटोमेशन की वजह से हमारे जो फाइनेंस है बहुत चेंज हो रहा है ना? सो वी नीड टू नो मॉडर्न टेक्नोलॉजीज ऑल्सो। we need to have good digital and analytical skills, क्योंकि finance is not just about money now. Data has also come in, so जैसे आप tools यूज करना सीखें, एक्सेल है, पावर BI है, दिस विल गिव यू एन एडवांटेज। देन अनदर थिंग इज दैट इसके अलावा जो है आप AI, फिनटेक, ये सब इंटीग्रेट हो रहा है अभी, है ना, फाइनेंस में। देर आर रोबो एडवाइजर्स, we are doing digital lending, then we are doing algorithmic trading, all these things a person who is in finance will definitely understand. So अगर हम टेक बैकग्राउंड से नहीं भी हैं, so we need to at least have awareness about these technologies. So this will definitely increase our employability and will be more relevant. तो ये आपको मॉडर्न स्किल्स डेफिनेटली सीखनी है, क्योंकि AI की वजह से, ऑटोमेशन की वजह से फाइनेंस बहुत ज्यादा ट्रांसफॉर्म हो रहा है ना? जो नहीं सीखेगा वो पीछे रह जाएगा। देन द थर्ड थिंग विच आई टोल्ड यू वाज योर माइंडसेट, है ना? तो माइंडसेट भी क्यों इंपॉर्टेंट है? फाइनेंस इज वन प्लेस जहां पे हम किससे डील कर रहे हैं? लोगों के पैसे से डील कर रहे हैं है ना? और लोगों के डेटा से डील कर रहे हैं, लोगों के एनालिसिस से डील कर रहे हैं। सो क्या ऐसी दिशा चीज, हमारा माइंडसेट एक सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज ऐसी क्या हो सकती है जो हमारे इसमें होनी चाहिए?
I guess it should be correct or accurate because money is involved.
मनी इज, यस, वी हैव टू बी एक्यूरेट। तो डेफिनेटली हमारे जो कोर बेसिक स्किल्स हैं वो हमें सिखाएंगे एक्यूरेसी तो, बट एज अ पर्सनैलिटी व्हाट शुड बी देयर? व्हाट डू यू से, अनन्या?
I think confidence is essential and
कॉन्फिडेंस होना चाहिए,
assertiveness.
ऑनेस्टी, है ना?
Yeah.
सबसे ज्यादा जरूरी है ऑनेस्टी, ट्रांसपेरेंसी, है ना? आप किसी के पैसे के साथ डील कर रहे हो, यू आर डीलिंग विद समवन मनी, तो आपका माइंडसेट होना चाहिए कि हाँ, मुझे ट्रांसपेरेंट रहना है। यू शुड बी रिलायबल पर्सन, है ना? जिस बिकॉज अगर आप छोटी सी भी कुछ इस तरह की चीज करते हो, योर करियर इज ओवर। सो बिकॉज पीपल विल नॉट ट्रस्ट यू, है ना। तो ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि आपका एक माइंडसेट जो है आपका सही होना चाहिए, ऑनेस्ट होने चाहिए, रिलायबल होने चाहिए, देन ओनली योर एम्प्लॉयज विल ट्रस्ट यू। एंड अगेन हियर एक आप एक कांस्टेंट एक लर्नर होने चाहिए, क्योंकि एज वी स्पोक it's constantly changing, है ना. So there are new tools, there are new schemes, there are new markets are changing every day. So we need to be knowing the new things, and we have to, the person who is there in finance, he or she needs to make it a habit to read every day to survive, so this mindset of constant learning, ऐसा नहीं हो सकता अभी हमने सीख लिया और बस खत्म, है ना. ऑब्वियसली कांस्टेंट लर्निंग सभी फील्ड्स में जरूरी है, बट ये बहुत ही डायनेमिक फील्ड है जहाँ पे एवरी डे यू हैव टू फॉलो द न्यूज, यू हैव टू लर्न समथिंग न्यू, बिकॉज कॉन्स्टेंटली इट्स एवर इवॉल्विंग एंड एवर चेंजिंग. सो दैट्स फ्रॉम माई साइड टू स्टूडेंट्स ऑफ फाइनेंस. ये स्किल्स आपने, ये चीजें जो हैं जरूर कंसिडर करनी है.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The next question is, since you also mentioned AI integration, right? So, in this era of AI and a very crowded job market, how can young professionals remain relevant?
Okay. So, Ananya, your question is three parts, है ना? AI, crowded job market, and relevancy. तो सबसे पहले ऑफ कोर्स सभी स्टूडेंट्स को ये कंसर्न्स हैं, हाँ. Wherever I go, wherever I do workshops, this is one of the favorite questions of students कि AI कैसे impact कर रहा है. So, yes, of course, AI is taking away jobs, but I feel if AI is taking away jobs, it is creating also, isn't it? है ना. हम कितनी सारी ऐसी जॉब्स हैं जो कि हमने पहले नहीं सुनी, जो कि अब एग्जिस्ट करती हैं, है ना. वो बिकॉज यू नो देयर कुड बी सम, देयर आर देयर कुड बी जॉब्स लाइक AI ट्रेनर, है ना. अगर AI नहीं होगा तो कहाँ से ये जॉब्स होंगी. और अनदर थिंग विच आई फील इज कि जो जॉब लेने वाली बात है ना, तो आई फील इफ AI इज not taking away the job completely, it's only taking a few tasks of the job, isn't it? अब कोई डॉक्टर है, वो डायग्नोस्टिक्स यूज कर रहा है AI यूज करके, लेकिन जो डॉक्टर का एक हीलिंग टच है, उसकी जो डिसीजन मेकिंग है, क्या AI वो कर सकता है? इज इट पॉसिबल, है ना. तो AI can't do that, है ना. So AI is only taking a most of the cases, yes, certain jobs AI is taking away, but in most of the cases AI is just taking few tasks of the job. Now young professionals who kind of learn to use AI to their advantage, they are working 2 times faster, they are working, they are making better decisions, they are able to solve problems much easier. So I feel rather than worrying about AI taking our jobs, we should be more concerned about a person who has learned to use AI to his or her own advantage will definitely take away our job. So we need to, हमें जो है हमें अडेप्ट करना पड़ेगा, है ना. we have to agree that AI is here to stay. It is not going anywhere. तो AI से डील करने के लिए जो है हमें अडेप्ट करना पड़ेगा, एंड वी हैव टू लर्न टू यूज AI टू आवर एडवांटेज. तो कितनी बार ऐसा होता है कि अब लोगों को लगता है कि अरे क्या है, बट आप उसको अपनी एडवांटेज के लिए यूज करो ना, तो वो बेटर है. ठीक है. सो दिस वाज माय टेक ऑन AI, दैट वी नीड टू अडेप्ट आवरसेल्फ. देखो, जब इंडस्ट्रियल रिवॉल्यूशन हुआ था, तब ह्यूमन बींग्स की जो मैनुअल लेबर था, मशीन्स ने टेक ओवर कर लिया. बट क्या हुआ? वी ऑल अडेप्टेड, इजंट इट? अगर उसने मैनुअल लेबर को टेक ओवर किया इनिशियली, बट इट गेव अस इंडस्ट्रीज, इट गेव अस मैनेजमेंट, कितनी सारी और जॉब्स क्रिएट हुई, है ना. तो आई थिंक सिमिलर इज द केस ऑफ AI. We in the past also, we humans, we have adapted, and we will adapt to this also, definitely. And I forgot the second part, Ananya, of your question.
It was a crowded job market and relevancy.
Yeah, the crowded job market. तो देखो, जब भी हम क्राउड में हो, कोई भी चीज अगर बहुत क्राउडेड है, यू वांट टू बी सीन, व्हाट विल यू डू?
Find a way to stand out.
फाइंड अ वे टू स्टैंड आउट, है ना? यू हैव टू, आपने अपनी अगर आप धुंध में हो तो आपने लाइट्स ऑन करके अपनी विजिबिलिटी बढ़ानी है ना? सो वी हैव टू, दैट इज द ओनली वे टू डील विद द क्राउडेड job market. You have to increase your visibility. So you have to create, how you can increase your visibility is basically you can create a strong digital footprint, have a small website, अपना पर्सनल वेबसाइट बनाओ, पोर्टफोलियो बनाओ, आपने जो भी काम किया है, प्रोजेक्ट्स किए हैं, आपकी केस स्टडीज हैं, लर्निंग्स हैं, उनको पोस्ट करो सो दैट पीपल कैन सी। एंड इस तरह से जो, एंड आप अगेन लिंक्डइन एक वो है, डिजिटल प्रेजेंस एक अलग चीज है। आप अपने कनेक्शंस भी बढ़ाओ, मीट वेबिनार, सेमिनार्स, यू मस्ट आप कॉम्पिटिशन्स अटेंड करो। कई बार क्या होता है कि a single meeting, maybe with your mentor can open up a opportunity which any algorithm will not be able to do it. And you should connect it with people, in your field, so that, they will definitely open up opportunities for you. कई बार बहुत सारी जगह हम CV भेजते हैं, लेकिन फिर भी हमें opportunities मिलती नहीं है, लेकिन हमारे connections की वजह से जो है हमें opportunities मिलती हैं. So be visible, make your connections. And the last part was that how to stay relevant when the job market is changing so fast. Yes, definitely the job market, aajkal, every 5 years, we have the skill set which is required is changing. So the solution is we constantly upskill and reskill ourselves to deal with this, है ना? Constant हमें जो एक growth mindset रखना है, constantly हमें बढ़ते रहना है आगे. So that's the only way we can deal with it.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now we'll be taking up questions from the YouTube chat, which Disha will take up.
So, ma'am, there's an important question, like what are the high demand fields for art students in future, and can they also go in tech fields?
Okay. High demand fields for humanities students.
Yes, ma'am.
तो ह्यूमैनिटी स्टूडेंट्स के लिए एक तो हमने ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया, जो है सोशल वर्क, है ना? देन अगेन साइकोलॉजी, आप सबको पता है. Another field which is really upcoming is international relations, है ना? Then you can go into policy making. And many times I feel लोगों को लगता है कि ह्यूमैनिटीज में ना कोई स्कोप नहीं है ना? बट आप देखो, हमें क्या सिखाती है ह्यूमैनिटीज? हमें ह्यूमैनिटीज सिखाती है एसेंशियल स्किल्स, है ना? लोग बहुत कंफ्यूज करते हैं कि ह्यूमैनिटीज क्या सॉफ्ट स्किल सिखाती हैं, है ना? स्टोरी बिल्डिंग अप आ गई, बस लिखना आ गया, अच्छा. बट कितने सारे लीडर्स ऐसे हैं जो कि आपके हु आर फ्रॉम ह्यूमैनिटीज बैकग्राउंड. सो ह्यूमैनिटीज with courses in humanities, you are learning essential skills, है ना? So these are relevant in many across diverse field, है ना? तो आप काफी सारे एरियाज में जा सकते हैं, देन पॉलिसी मेकिंग में जा सकते हैं. So these are the important areas. Sociology पढ़ सकते हैं, then where people from sociology can work with a background in sociology and psychology. They can work in areas like market research में, जहाँ जहाँ पे भी human behavior वाले जो चीजें हैं, है ना? इनमें जो है आप जा सकते हैं. तो इन फील्ड्स को एक्सप्लोर करिए. एडवर्टाइजिंग में जा सकते हैं, है ना? मार्केट रिसर्च में जा सकते हैं, मार्केटिंग में जा सकते हैं, देन HR में काम कर सकते हैं. So the field is quite diverse, but yes, आप explore करो.
Thank you, ma'am, for this answer. I think this would be very useful for the humanities students because this remain confused about it.
Yes. इनफैक्ट
Yes,
मैं तो
ma'am.
कहूंगी कि ह्यूमैनिटीज के स्टूडेंट्स जो हैं गेम डिजाइनिंग में भी जा सकते हैं, है ना। जैसे अभी मैं आई फॉरगॉट द सेकेंड पार्ट ऑफ टेक, है ना। तो
Yes, ma'am.
है ना, तो जैसे गेम डिजाइनिंग है, आपने कितनी बार ऐसे बहुत सारे ऐसे गेम्स, मैं तो ज्यादा खेलती नहीं हूँ वीडियो गेम्स, बट माय सन टेल्स मी दैट देयर आर हिस्टोरिकल कैरेक्टर्स, सो हिस्ट्री गिव्स अस लॉट ऑफ स्टोरीज, है ना। सो गेम डिजाइनिंग में आपको जो कैरेक्टर्स होते हैं ना, हिस्ट्री विल गिव यू नॉलेज टू हाउ टू डिजाइन कैरेक्टर्स, एंड दिस विल मेक द गेम्स मोर रियलिस्टिक, है ना। जो खेलने वाले हैं उनको भी ज्यादा मजा आएगा जब वो खेलेंगे। तो ऐसे कई सारी फील्ड्स हैं जहाँ पे जो है हिस्ट्री जैसे सब्जेक्ट का भी, जैसे हम गेम डिजाइनिंग से उसको जो है कोरिलेट कर सकते हैं।
Yes, ma'am. So, ma'am, the last question would be, how can we stay motivated when things feels overwhelming and confusing?
अ, आप जब भी ऐसा लगता है कि कंफ्यूज्ड हैं, आपको लगता है कि कुछ समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, तो क्या करना चाहिए आपको? आपको जो है अपना एक, जैसे मैंने आपको बताया, आप अपना इंट्रोस्पेक्शन करो। यू कैन डू सम जर्नलिंग, यू कैन टॉक टू योर फ्रेंड्स, फैमिली। एक पॉजिटिव सपोर्ट सिस्टम जो है आपको रखना है। दैट इज द ओनली वे टू डील विद व्हेन यू आर फीलिंग लो, एंड व्हेन you don't have any direction, speak to someone, speak to your mentors, speak to your teachers, maybe your peers. Definitely you will get a direction.
Thank you so much, ma'am. With that, we'll be concluding today's session and I'll be giving the vote of thanks. Just give me 1 second. I'll be sharing my screen. Um, just 1 second. Yes. So, on behalf of Karm and Karm Avas, I extend my heartfelt gratitude to you for taking the time to be with us today and for delivering such an insightful and inspiring session. Your guidance on choosing the right career path, building essential skills early, and staying future ready in an evolving world has given us tremendous clarity. The way you address the diverse fields from psychology to social work to finance and then computer science, it ensured that everyone watching found something valuable and relatable for them. Your thoughts
That's
on
part of my
mindset.
work, Ananya. Yeah.
Your thoughts on mindset, financial independence, and staying adaptable with the whole AI thing truly resonated with everyone, I believe. I would also like to thank the current team for the constant support for organizing the session. And of course, a very big thank you to everyone joining us live and sharing such thoughtful questions. They made the conversation today even more enriching. Before we conclude, everyone watching the session live, you guys can scan the QR code present on the screen and follow us for more such engaging conversations in the future. Once again, thank you so much, ma'am, for sharing your wisdom, your experience, and your time with us. We look forward to many more meaningful interactions ahead with you. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Disha, Ananya, and Jyoti. It was wonderful being here for the conversation, and I thoroughly enjoyed myself. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, thank you so much. I would also like to take a moment just to, just to express our heartfelt gratitude because you have really explained everything so comprehensively, like as Ananya mentioned, from for every field. So I think our participants would have grabbed something from the session today. And thank you so much for doing this. We, Karm, are really grateful for the session. And yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
I guess we can call off this session.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. Thank you so much once again.